ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Our Bahamian swimmers holding their own against the best in the region at the Central American and Caribbean Games going on in Colombia. Kelsey Johnson takes a look back at last night's medal session.
3 in 3 days, Joanna Evans gets a little bit faster every time she jumps into the pool. Evans, who admits that she's trying her hands at the sprint races, collected a silver in the 100-meter freestyle on Sunday night. The second place finish behind hometown favorite Isabella Estella was clocked at 55.29 seconds. Ursilla's gold medal performance was recorded at 55.21 seconds.
That's a race I don't swim very often. I was entered with a time from when I swam Carifta, which was a while ago now. So it's one of those races. It's kind of fun just to get up and do something different and see what you can do.
Missing out on a medal was Lily Higgs, who placed 4th in the 50-meter breaststroke. She turned in 32.59 seconds, while fellow teammate Laura Morley clocked 33.50 seconds for 7th overall.
My start wasn't great, but I had a pretty good swim. I was less than a 10th off my best time, so I'll take it.
Off the block, I would say that was my best start ever, but by the end of the race, I just didn't have a lot left in me, but I'm happy with the time for right now, so yeah.
And in Fernanda closing out the night for Team Bahamas, he competed in the B final of the 50-meter breaststroke with a 3rd place finishing and a 24.74 seconds clocking.
For me, it's a really good race. I broke it down really well. I knew that I wasn't in the best shape or form, so I tried my hardest to stay focused on what I needed to focus on during the race, as in like my distance for stroke, the power, because I know I don't have that type of energy to be spinning, so to the point where I would need endurance to finish the race. So, I mean, I'm still upset about the half stroke at the end, but you know, you can't do anything about that, but move on.
The Bahamas is 9th overall with 2 gold and 1 silver medal. Mexico is out front with a total of 82 medals, 30 gold, 25 silver, and 27 bronze. Reporting from Barranquilla, Colombia, I'm Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
After going undefeated in pool play, our Ladies Fed Cup tennis team coming up just short of advancing to Group 1 in 2019. They lost to the host over the weekend by a final score of 2-0. Danielle Thompson taking to the court first. She lost 6-3 and 3. And then it was Carrie Cartwright taking to the court, and she lost by an identical scoreline. Danielle, Carey, and Simone Pratt will now head from Ecuador to Colombia for the CAC Games. Back here at home, one of the country's greatest sporting icons laid to rest over the weekend. For more on that, here's Charles Fisher.
To this date, the only Bahamian ever to win a world boxing title, that was back in 1975. Everett Oswald Ferguson passed away at the age of 66. Lots of tributes from boxing community. Former Commissioner Alvin Sargent.
I thought then, and I think now, it was a tremendous feat for the Bahamas. Okay, something like this has not occurred since. We're still waiting for that promise of someone who would fulfill the shoes of Obed, the greatest Bahamian boxing ever. Obed has done for this country what no other sports icon has done. And I think it's time that we memorialize him with special tributes.
Former judge and commissioner of the BBC, Fernley Palmer, officiated many of Obed's fights.
The best thing when he won the world champion, Elijah have won 62 fights, 62 wins before he lost his first fight. And that always stands out in my mind. And that is why he was named the fight machine. Because he only train and fight. Any person who fight and won 62 professional fights. You're talking about national hero. Now he's a national hero.
A record more than 90 fights to his resume. Ray Miners Sr. was one of his opponents.
He beat me. On Avaki. Greatest fight in Bahamas history. Me and Elijah Obed. It's gone 15 rounds, you know. Elijah was a great friend and a great competitor to my father. It's amazing. His time has passed. We still a little baffled.
Obed's other accomplishments included induction into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame, the Bahamas National Sports Hall of Fame, and the Pan American Sports Caribbean Icon. May his soul rest in peace. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
The inaugural Bahamas WHIST Players Championship closing out yesterday at the St. Joseph Parish Hall on Boyd Road. Some $10,000 on the line in cash and prizes. It would be Cliffy Moss and Jason Moxley emerging as the overall champions. Tournament director Herbert Stiles spoke about why he decided to stage the event.
We wanted to launch what is considered a championship tournament with top players, and it would become an annual thing, and we would gradually, hopefully, move it to a tuxedo tournament, similar to some of the WHIST tournaments that I have seen in places like Las Vegas and Atlantic City.
This year's honoree for the WHIST Players Championship, Mr. Peter Bowe, who was very instrumental in the game for more than 70 years.
It's been like many years. I started with the WHIST movement that take it out. Then it came to St. Francis. So, you know, over the years I participated, and it made me feel good.
From the WNBA, Jonquel Jones and the Connecticut Sun finally able to get back on track yesterday with a 92-75 win on the road against the Dallas Wings. Jones finishing up with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and a block shot. The Sun play again tomorrow at home against the Washington Mystics. The 23rd Annual Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic closing out on Saturday night at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. In the Open Division, Rotary East won over the Pirates by a final of 39-27.
We stayed together. I think the coaches did a good job in scouting the competition, so we came out here ready.
Coming into the game, we know that Pirates can come out with intensity, so the plan was to get the ball inside and to move the ball quick, because you know it's running time. We just wanted to get up early and then stall the ball.
The much-anticipated Pastors versus Celebrities game went right down to the wire. In the end, it would be the Pastors winning by the slimmest of margins, 31-30.
We just had to win, and we found a way to make it happen. You know, that's what it's all about, you know, when you get into them close game. We couldn't go there and let those brothers down win this game because there was a lot of trash talking going on Facebook, and we know they was going to bring it to us. You know what I mean? We just thank Almighty God for the win.
How does it feel to have bragging rights for another year?
Well, it feels good. You know, I know that we all been doing some trash talking, and they would have do us in if they had won, but we get to brag and talk like a bunch of trash for the whole year, but we thank God for the win.
So next year's game will be even better?
Definitely. We was in our 23rd year. We're heading into our 24th. We're looking to do some big things next year. We already had a team from St. Thomas want to come down. Turks and Caicos want to come down. Barbados want to come down. So I believe that this event is going to go Caribbean next year. And then we're hoping that in the 25th year, we get some teams even coming down from the U.S.
The Grand Bahama Regatta taking place over the weekend. Termite out of Exuma and Sacrifice from Long Island, both ending up with 27 points. But Termite, they would win the overall Class C championship based on better finishes. Now Black Point's H2O rounding out the top 3 with 25 points. In the E-Class Junior Division, Henry Taylor and Liam Suarez, they sailed Judgment Day to victory. Jaheim Russell and Seth Sawyer came in second aboard Bluebird. The Hot Mix finished up in third with Titus Lockhart and Max Pham. Now, right on the heels of the Grand Bahama Regatta, the sloop sailing season will move into a very busy Emancipation Holiday weekend. One of the stops will be in Black Point, Exuma.
Plans looking good. We have some of the top C class in the country. We have some like VDK, Lady Owners, Legal Weapon, H2O, Chaser, Slaughter, the new boat just come back on screen. You know, we have some onshore activities like basketball, the dance, the soca dance contest. You know, we got Ugly Man contest, as you all know. We got a lot of people. They trying to get ugly. They trying to get ugly just for that money. They trying to get ugly. We're gonna be off the chain this year. And I want folks to know that our excursion boat will be leaving on Thursday night, not Friday, Thursday night at 9:30 sharp.
And just before getting out of here, B3A's Public Relations Officer Philip Gray wants to dispel the rumors going around on social media that Stephen Dirty Newbold was a part of that John Bull Grand Bahama robbery. Newbold actually left town today for the CAC games in Colombia. And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.